When I was young, I'm afraid about the death. Not now.
Dr. Teo Mayayo
是世界 Y 学圣殿西班牙格拉纳达大学教授，曾任西班牙罕见病联合会主席，现任西班牙 Inno-Iduna 品牌联合创始人。在罕见皮肤症的研究上面来说尤为深刻，曾多次发表于顶尖医学期刊。今天我们来跟他一起探讨，以跨界科学视野，我们人到底如何面对衰老。
How do you keep this kind of level of curiosity in your age? We lost our curiosity like around me turning in middle age. I feel like I have no interest to this world already. I feel like I just want to stay at my house.
I tell you, the day I don't have curiosity, I will die. When I was young, I was very, very shy. I cannot speak with old people. But when I drink some wine, I can start.
So, Dr. Teo, can you tell us a little bit about yourself or about Inno-Iduna, the brand?
Well, Inno-Iduna has something to do with my professional history, because it's the application of some knowledge we developed in collaboration with Granada University and the company we founded some years ago in order to apply technology and science to maintain the skin in a good conditions and to regenerate it.
What is beauty? What does beauty mean to you? You know, I've always believed that the pursuit of beauty is a fundamental human instinct. You know, art, fashion, skincare. We humans have the tendency to chase all that. So you're in the industry of, giving people beauty. So what is beauty to you?
Oof. Well, you must know that I'm more a scientific than an artist.
Yes.
My evaluation of the beauty, it's, in my point of view, is to have a healthy skin without problems, and I feel that is a beautiful skin.
Yes.
And that means that for me, to have a healthy skin is very important.
From what I understand, this is just from my perspective. Spain, its impression has always been passion, enthusiastic, colorful. That kind of a background in your culture, do you bring it into your brand?
Yes, of course. You must know that a lot of people came from from the north of Europe, who has life conditions are more quiet, more,
yes.
And came to Spain in order to, they call to fiesta. Fiesta is to enjoy and to have fun and to play sports, outside the sport and something like that. Of course, that's important in order to make a different or some peculiarities in the cosmetics in order to be or to have this passion in the life. Okay, it's necessary a different characteristics of the products.
Was there a specific image at the very beginning, like a particular day or perhaps a particular moment that make you feel that, oh, I have to do this, I have to make a brand? I have to make Inno-Iduna. Has there been a moment like that?
Well, the moment is when I met people from Inno-Iduna, but also the project begins some years before, when I was working for the rare diseases. I don't know if in China is well known. Rare diseases is when a few people have an illness, and the big companies, pharmaceutical companies, it's not interesting to make research in order to have a solution for disease illnesses. And well, I was working for the associations, patient associations. That's 25 years ago in Spain. It begins a new legislation in Europe to facilitate the R&D for rare diseases. And well, I have the opportunity to create a company study these illnesses, the rare diseases. What happens is, if you begin the R&D of a pharmaceutical product, it takes something like 8-10 years.
Yes.
And I don't have enough money to support 10 years. And well, what we decided is begin for cosmetics, because it's the way to be in the market in 1 or 2 years. You can have products in the market and make a project We began with cosmetics, but the idea is to make cosmetics more and more technological in order to obtain solution for some skin rare diseases or some mucosal rare diseases. Okay? And that's the beginning of the company 14 years ago. And also there is another reason, because we have the opportunity to begin to work in facilities to manufacture injectables. Injectables is the most difficult pharmaceutical to manufacture, and it takes at least to manufacture and to have all the validation 4 or 5 years. Also it's the same.
Yes.
At this moment begins a new way or new cosmetic fashion. This is ampoule and vials that consumers consider has more efficacy than normal creams. And well, because we have these facilities, we can make ampoules and vials, cosmetics, and train during 4, 5, 6 years until we have the stamped European validation to make injectables in our facilities. We work very hard to have this qualification. We can manufacture injectables, official. We can sell in 27 European countries. That means it's very difficult to obtain the permission. And also we have the validation to manufacture biotechnological molecules. O sea, we can produce in Granada, in our facilities, from the beginning of the product to the end, final product. And that's not usual in the market. Biotechnology is very specific. Someone makes raw materials, some makes encapsulations, another makes formulation. It takes a lot of time, but we develop all these abilities or capabilities, and it's for one main reason. It's not because maybe it's not the most convenient for a big company, but if you work for the rare disease, if you go to do everything in a big company, it's very expensive.
Yes.
But if you do everything in your own company, you save a lot of money and you can make wonderful projects for rare diseases.
I've heard that she know you at the kind of a bar or party, you dance it all night.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Well, I don't know in China, but I used to go with the discotheque with my students.
Disco? You like dance disco?
Well, I prefer Latin music, but and also in Andalusia, we have a very original, a very famous music. It's flamenco.
Flamenco, yes.
Flamenco has, of course, old-fashioned flamenco is, but now the young people have some adaptation of flamenco that is very easy to dance, and is very successful in all Spain and also in South America. And that's the I prefer, but I love everything. Also classic music. I love Mozart. I love.
So you don't just stay in the lab. You also go to the clubs.
Well, I think in life is if you want to be successful with the products, you must know your customers.
Yes.
And the way to know is maybe go to the congresses, but also go to the discotheque.
Yes, that's true. I asked this question with all my respect, but that's something I've always wondered. We have interviewed so many different doctors, and some of them have the similar experience like you. They used to be in a very professional lab that they do pharmaceuticals, medicine. From treating disease to slowing down aging is a very different department. And has there been a struggle? Because it sounds like, when we talk about treating disease, it's such a big thing and it's such a great thing that someone could do. And skincare, I have this kind of struggle too as well. When I tell my audience, when they ask me, oh, what's your job? When I say, oh, I'm in the supply chain, and they're gonna be like, oh, that's good. International trading, oh, wow. But when I tell them I sell skincare, and they have this look on their face like, it doesn't sound like such a great job to do. So has there been a struggle for you, like, you know, when you have to move from treating disease and doing all this experiment and high-end technology to just product? Do you feel like it's less noble or stuff like is there an inner struggle for you at first?
If I understand your question, well, it depends what you define for a new product or for a useful product. In my case, I feel comfortable working with in Oduna because people who decide to begin to work together has a scientific background.
Yes.
And also, I came from the pharmaceutical industry, and I have a pharmaceutical and scientific background. That means maybe we have more focus in the activity of the product, but I don't say that it's bad to have a good marketing, of course. Everything is necessary as companies or people who needs, maybe young people don't need efficacy in his skin, but they need some product. Maybe for young people, skincare is something very easy because they don't need to replace molecules that they lose you lose in your skin when you are old. Okay, we were more thinking in reparation or into recuperate functionality of the skin cells. Okay. I repeat, I don't say it's easy to do one thing or more difficult, but I think both is necessary, and we work in this area. I feel very, very happy that we obtain good results in the test we do with our products, and we have good results in discovering that our products works in the circadian cycles. Also, we discover something in autophagia that helps the skin.
You collaborate with university on basic research, right? All kinds of different research. And from what I understand is, it's an idealist slow work when you want to do research. It takes a really long time to do those. And you know, in the business world, it depends speed. Everything wants faster. We have to sell the product out. How do you balance these two?
Well, you must understand that for me, maybe it's a lot of time for a cosmetic company. For me, it's a short time because I came from the pharmaceutical. That means we try to do our best efforts and to have the more interesting products in our understanding for the natural maintaining or keep the skin in good conditions. Okay, if we feel something better, we change and we move and we begin to work in the new discovery. Okay, and until now it's not in the market because we are making clinical trials, but we work with the Granada University, but we also work with 2-3 of the main hospitals in Spain. One very well known worldwide is Vall d'Hebron in Barcelona, is one of the top worldwide reference in clinical trials. We are making 2 projects with this hospital. And also we have experience with Chinese university.
Zhejiang, okay.
It's a very well-known university. I think it's the oldest one, and we have a collaboration project. It lasts 3 years. Yesterday I have a dinner with Professor Wu, who is in charge of the collaboration with us with a technological center in Spain. That means, well, maybe it takes time, but for me it's compulsory to do that, to have a new and different products and try to be useful for the people.
Do you enjoy that? Like, you know,
Of course.
with all this glamorous life, you know, under the camera and traveling, you know, getting out of the lab. After all this research, you know, you do, and you work with all these hospitals, you have seen so many phases, so much aging mechanisms in human. Do you yourself afraid of getting old? Has there been a moment when you feel like, oh, I'm getting old?
Maybe in Spanish I can explain better. But,
You can do it in Spanish.
No, I'm too old. I discovered when I was young, I'm afraid about the death. Mm-hmm. Not now. I know that death is a natural process, and maybe in 10 years I decide I don't have nothing interesting to do, and I prefer die to life, to be alive. Okay? No, it's a natural process. Mm-hmm. And I think to be old is not a problem. It's to be old and accept you are old and you are in good conditions to the age you have. Mm-hmm. And I think in this case, cosmetics help the people to feel in a good conditions, and that's enough for me.
So the world is still a fun place for you now. Like what you said maybe after 10 years, maybe there's nothing for me to do. I'm okay with that, but now it's still fun for you.
Now I'm enjoying. Can you imagine? You begin a project, and 10, 12 years after, you feel that you are just very, very close to have solution for 3 or 4 different diseases. Multinational companies cannot find anything.
That comes to my next question then. You know, we interviewed another scientist before we came to this event. They're researching Alzheimer's, and what she told me was, as a scientist, you might find a cure. Like you found something, and for them, it's a gamble. They might not find anything. They might pour their time into it, their life into it, and they will find a lot of stuff, but maybe not the correct answer at last. Mm-hmm. Isn't that frightening for you, for scientists? Like, you are a success case that you actually found something. But if not, is that scary for you?
It depends what kind of R&D you make in order to obtain a new solution for the patients. It's curious because when we began the project, if we want to have a new chemical entity or new biotechnological product, it takes a lot of time.
Yes.
What we do is something different. We study molecules, existing molecules, that we can make something to make active in the illness. Okay? That's called reprofiling. Look for a new use of an existing product. What we do is stabilize these proteins or these molecules and make encapsulation exosomes, that is the technology we use in Iduna, in order to make more efficient the introduction of the product, but also the stabilization of the product. Because antioxidant, if you put antioxidant but you don't keep it in a capsule, he makes the oxidation before he arrives inside of the skin. It's not an antioxidant, of course, because it lowers the activity. Well, our specialization is to stabilize existing molecules and make actives when nobody do that. That's we don't have the Nobel Award, but we have more efficacy than other people in the molecule, in the products we develop. You understand?
Yes.
It's an easy way.
You found an easier route.
And faster.
I heard 18 times. Like the information they gave me, your penetration rate is 18 times stronger than others. Yeah,
in some cases, we have this. We were very surprised of the increase of efficacy of the product because of. Can you imagine an antioxidant if it penetrates fast? has much more activity because don't lose the antioxidant activity. I use something like when I was young and I was ill, my family prepared orange juice as antioxidant, and he says, you have to drink before 3 minutes, if not you lose. That's my inspiration to make antioxidants who penetrates fast onset at action.
How do you keep this kind of level of curiosity in your age? Because we lost our curiosity around me turning in middle age. I feel like I have no interest to this world already. I feel like I just want to stay at my house and
I tell you, the day I don't have curiosity, I will die.
That's true though, because you as in your age you are a pioneer to us. You walk through life, and for me, I'm in my middle age man, and a lot of times I feel like, oh, I'm good at my job. I'm good at my career, but it's just a little bit boring. My life is it's all the same.
In the past, when I have a boring work, I work, I leave. I change the company.
He just changed.
I change. For me, it's necessary to have a job, and I learn something, and I can do something different or something new.
So you keep learning.
Yeah.
There's a Chinese
For
phrase.
me, it's very important.
Yeah. Never too old to learn.
There's a Chinese phrase that never too old to learn.
People of my age, most of my friends are retired. They don't work, and they begin to feel, what I'm doing. I'm very lucky to have new things to talk and new things to do. I enjoy working with my team and with the people for the university. Last week I was in the hospital of Valle Hebron. I'm happy to be there with people, top scientific. As I told you, our project is not for Nobel Award, but it will be very useful for people with atopic dermatitis. It's quite new. If you have a new solution, it's good for me.
I've heard that you devote yourself into this industry instead of family life.
I'm not married. That means I can work as much hours as I can.
Have you ever struggled?
And I don't have I don't have problem with my wife or with my children because I'm not at home. No, that helped me to don't have responsibilities and who decides how much or how the way I do the things. But in any case, you must know that I'm very, very, very proud that the people is working with me in the team in the company. The main person who begins the first day of the company 14 years ago is a woman and has 4 children. Wow. That means we are able to be innovative company, but also people has familiar life. Yeah. That I'm not married and don't have children, but of course I have relationship with some girls, maybe 5 years, 10 years.
Romantic relationship.
I love people.
I know people. I know people.
And I'm not a rare scientific that don't like humanity. No, I love humanity. Yes. I love to have friends. I love to have girlfriends and so on.
Do you take yourself as a romantic lover? Would you say that?
Well, when I was young, I was a romantic lover. when I was young, I cannot stay at home. Some days, I have to call friends or, okay, let's go have a beer. And,
so you're a very active person.
Yeah. And in Spain, it's very easy to have people to have a beer at 10, 12, 3 in the morning.
Like crazy lives.
Yeah, I love crazy life.
I'm not a professional, but I started my my biology journey like 7 years ago, I start trying to learn more about what I'm doing, about my body, about all kinds of like hormonal stuff, like what you said, and it completely changed the way I look at my life and my body. And you are in the lab looking at tiny little cells and tiny little mechanism all the time. Have that changed the way you see life? Because one of the scientists we interviewed told me that everyone in my eyes looks like proteins. he told us like human beings are made by proteins, and everyone looks like protein to me.
Yeah, I know that alcohol is not so good, but I drink.
Yes.
Yeah, a lot of scientists say that.
We interviewed one of the professor from Cambridge, and he said, I know that's not healthy for me, but I still do it. Like, I need to enjoy my life. I need my dopamine.
I know it's not healthy, but it's happier.
Yeah, exactly. I don't understand fiesta or go without alcohol because I'm a shy person. When I was young, I was very, very shy. I cannot speak with old people. But for me, when I drink some wine, I have a better expressivity. I'm not so shy, okay? That means that, well, a Mediterranean way of life is alcohol, food, friends, music. I love everything of these things. But also I love the science. I love to study. I love laboratory. Why not? The day is 24 hours. It's not 24 hours to fiesta or not 24 hours to work. You have to balance. I believe that the cultures develop ways to lose the problems, and party or fiesta is a way to forget during 1 or 2 days the problems. And that's very convenient for your health, for your health and for your mental. You must know when I was young or was young, I used to say that I have 1 day a month that I get drunk.
That you did what?
I get drunk. I drink a lot.
You get drunk.
I don't know.
Only 1 day a month?
I don't know.
I think there's more days.
No, only 1 day a month. Believe me, it's the day I begin to drink, and I feel the alcohol is healthy for me this day. And I drink, and if I were in a discotheque, I met a lot of people. When I return next week, I don't remember these people because I was enjoying dancing. And when I return next week, all the people say, "Hey, Theo, nice to meet you." Wow, that. And I say, "Whoop." But that's very interesting for me because I feel more comfortable in these places when the people knows me and have enjoy with me, and after that I make a lot of friends.
So you
and it's because I was drunk.
It's because I was drunk. So you do believe that?
But when I'm drunk, believe me, I'm very happy and I make happy to the other people. I only dance and I only speak and I only feel happy.
So you do believe that there is no standard correct answer for being in a healthy state, but more to just enjoy.
Yeah.
Not getting drunk every day, but
no, of course. I say once a month. It's enough.
Once a month. You have been doing all this research for so long. If you could grasp everything you know for your younger self, 20 or 30 years ago, just one advice, not the kind of wear your sunscreen earlier, but more like a attitude towards your life. What would you say?
Yeah. Enjoy.
Get drunk every month.
Don't be obsessed for what you eat, what you do. No, do whatever you want because finally your body is intelligent. It knows what you need. If your body says today you must drink alcohol, drink alcohol.
That's you. That's
Drink it. Drink it.
You know, he does that all the time because we go into this healthy, intermittent fasting state, and we were like, oh, we have to go to the gym, we have to eat very healthy, and then one night he would go with, my body's feeling a little bit alcohol tonight, and I'm like, what do you mean? And he's like, it just tells me, like my brain is telling me that. Yeah.
I need it. I need it.
No, your body is intelligent. You must listen to the body.
I've met so many different scientists. Some of them are like what I say romantic. Some of them are, they are very strict, different type. And you give me the vibe of passion. Like you have a lot of passion towards life.
Yeah.
Experience
And still.
Yeah.
And still, it's remarkable. You still feel that because I can't. I don't have the feeling already.
Yeah.
Whenever.
Yeah, we prepare to retire just like right now.
No, I recommend that if you have the opportunity to do something, the important is do things, new things, and enjoy it with these things. And it's my philosophy. And I teach at the university. I'm not a teacher in the university, but I teach at the university because I have the opportunity. I work in pharmaceutical industry. I work as a consultant. I try different things. I'm not a scientific who says I'm going to all my life do the same. No, I prefer make a mistake, doing something new that don't do it and believe that I lose the opportunity.
So making a mistake is fine for you. You're not afraid of that.
It's necessary to make mistakes, to advance and to do something new.
So you don't believe in working just for the money, something more than the money?
I never work for money in my life.
How so?
No, I work to do something interesting. If you do something interesting, someone pays you and pays you more money than you expect. It's my experience. I know some histories of people, rich people in the United States, that they work very hard when they were young, they were rich, and after they make a foundation, when they died, to help children or to help whatever. And I say,
It's not your
why wait to you will die to do that? Begins to do when you have enough money to live, and you don't need more money. When I leave the pharmaceutical industry, I work as a consultant. I was successful. I earned a lot of money, and I met people of rare diseases, the parents of the children who have problems. And I decide, okay, it's the moment to begin to work. I help these people, these are normal people, no special rich people with industries, no, very normal people, to have an organization, a special organization in order to have money, to R&D, and so on and so on. And after some years, I was the first director of the Federation of Rare Disease Associations in Spain. I had the opportunity to begin with this project. And it's the people of the association who say, Theo, you must do that because you will help us with. What happens is I decide if I don't begin the project to have money or to have more money. I began the project to help people. And that's the difference. And I decide, my decision is, it's a personal project, I don't take money, I don't have salary, I reinvest all the profits in the R&D.
Oh, wow.
Me. But the people who has 4 children, of course, I have to pay.
Of course.
If not the children's.
Yes. Of course, we do have. Understandable. Wow. I don't know why. Like there's this mutual thing that happens on whoever I interview, because I interview great people like you, and all of them have the same answer of, I start doing something that about helping people. I started there, and along the way, I don't know why, but but money just comes to me after that. Yeah, I didn't think of how much I'm gonna profit in the process.
Yeah.
It's just a very interesting thing.
Well, I think if religion is we are humans, and we must help us.